What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Geek Boutique podcast, the official podcast of the Geeks and Company. My name is JS. We are the Geeks and Company. This is Toronto Comicon week. Actually, it starts tomorrow. So we're going to talk about that later, but before we get there, Mr. Eka, how you doing?
It's wonderful. Yeah, there's a lot less of my face this week, so I finally trimmed the beard.
Oh, dude, that's right. Look at that. Oh, yeah, because you're doing, because it's custom.
Yeah, who cares? But so that's what it is. Trimmed it, dyed it, got a haircut yesterday, so I'm feeling like exactly $12, so that's good. I'm really looking up.
You're feeling like exactly $12. Okay?
Exactly $12, not 11, not 13, exactly 12.
Well, you clearly got your money's worth.
That's what I'm saying. What about you, Rob? You were talking, was it in the chat, can we talk about it here a little bit, that you might have been inspired by maybe some of your
well, do you want to spoil that now?
Well, I don't know. I'm curious.
I mean, I know it's behind him, but
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, cool. Then I'll drop it all together. Maybe you're not ready to share. I don't know, but you mentioned that you were going to be doing a new cosplay. That some of our stuff that we've been talking about lately has kind of inspired you a little bit. And I'm just wondering if that's still percolating in your brain. Is that something?
I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm working. Well, you're talking about this back here, right?
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Well, all this talk of vigilanteism.
Well, that's all I'm saying, right? Yeah.
JS reminding me that Punisher was my very first cosplay. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do it again. So yeah, I started working on a Punisher.
Nice.
Cosplay. Did you end up with that vest?
No, I don't know.
The first vest I made.
You took it. I don't know where it went.
No, I made a different one for Nate. I made one that I fitted to him. Yeah, I don't know where that original one went.
Anyway,
I'm making a new one just in time for one of our news items.
Nice. Yeah, we'll get to that for sure.
Yeah.
Is everybody ready for the con this weekend? I'm assuming a lot of Curslings there at Con. So pumped. Stephanie from Red Moon Glassworks, we were asking earlier if she was there. Yeah, boy howdy, she's there now on the show floor.
Oh, on the show floor. Oh, well, there you go.
Yep.
We were wondering if you were actually going to be there. There was nothing on your Instagram. Actually, I think your last post was about London Comicon. So,
gotta update that.
Yeah, you gotta let us know what's going on.
Andrew Saxon will be there. We've gotten confirmation of that, as will Midlife Cosplay. Boomster Joe, of course, will be there as a special guest. Whenever I hear that, I always think of like old wrestling terms, like special guest referee for the match. You know what I mean? That's all I'm thinking when I hear it. Christina will be there. There was a time where it looked like she wasn't going to be there, but she is going to.
Oh, really?
This weekend. Yeah, she pulled something in her back, but I think she's in better shape now than she was. But she gave us a heads up, like I might not be there. I'm like, well, that's going to suck if you're not. But she is going to be there. Michael Icon will also be there. Yeah. So it is the first big major con of the season, guys. Obviously, so the first big Toronto con as well. I know Richard is still crunching, man. I know he's still he's painting his mask tonight for Saturday, Sunday stuff. So he's up against it for sure. He's like, yeah, don't worry, it's a straight up paint job. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
sir. Because it's not like he's not like that's his Saturday, Sunday stuff, but it's not like he's not attending Friday because he is. So I don't know where.
Yeah, but at least that cosplay is already built.
That's true. Yeah. No. I have faith. I know the man well. I have faith, but that's really cutting her close, boy. That's.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, I still have a little bit of painting to do myself that I'm gonna finish tonight, and then I'm gonna get everything packed and don't forget my hands Toronto bound.
Yes, don't forget my hands and boots.
Yeah, and it's funny. I was putting everything together, and I was like, "Oh shit." I can't forget the mask.
Yeah, don't do that either. You don't need to bring the suit because I have my own suit now that
I'm gonna pack it with it anyway, just in case. You never know.
In acrylic paint. Yeah.
How does it look?
Well, I sent you guys pictures of video. Just way better.
Yeah.
Just way better. Once I kind of got the mix right, it looks a million times better. So,
everybody in the chat, let us know what you guys are doing this weekend, what your cost plans are. We're going to talk about ours a little bit later.
We actually
go ahead. I was going to say we actually have a very busy community news today. We're clearly going to be focusing on Toronto
Just did it.
Now we're gonna go a little bit deeper. But we do have some news items to get to. But before we get to the news, if you're already watching and you haven't clicked the like button, this is your chance because you're gonna have a little 10-second intro. So take that time to go click the like button. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? It's completely free. And if you click the notification bell, it'll always let you know every time we go live or upload a brand new video. I think, though, it is time for the news.
News brought to you by Toronto Comicon this weekend. The new Buffy series is dead at Hulu. Sarah came out this week and mentioned that Hulu will not be moving forward with the series after filming the pilot. Since then, some rumors, non-confirmed rumors, have come out. In fact, apparently a spec script of the pilot episode leaked online. And Sarah Michelle Gellar was quick to come out and say, that's a very early draft. Please don't even engage with it. That's not. So apparently this script is not maybe in line with what they were doing. Apparently Buffy Summers herself, Sarah Michelle Gellar, appears at the very end of the pilot episode in basically a cameo piece, as opposed to being a supporting character, but an integral part. We've all just heard, we've heard a bunch of rumors as to why it was canceled, right down to the director, Chloe Zhao, as one of the showrunners as well, just not being a good choice for that. I don't know. But it's weird that it just got murdered. Like, everybody was super pumped about this, and it seemed like a sure thing type of thing. And then they shoot the pilot, and Hulu's like, nah. So, and I didn't see anybody saying, well, we're going to take it to somewhere else or do anything. It just they're all just saying it's dead. So
yeah, from what I understand, they actually reshot a bunch of the pilot and made a second pilot, which they were under the understanding that they were moving forward with, and last minute, apparently Hulu was like, we're not really interested.
Yeah, I don't know. That I didn't hear, but I do know that it is no more. Unfortunately,
it is a very weird situation how all that went down, but I suppose that's how it is in that business. But
a little bit. I don't remember the last time it was like everybody was this pumped for the revitalization series lately have been doing very well, bringing back these old beloved series. And I mean, Buffy had such a hardcore following. I'm just kind of surprised that it hit such a high, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're going to retool it, or we're going to shop it around. They're like, no, it's just fucking dead. You're not getting it. That's, I mean, anyways. Dune 3, the trailer, I guess it's to say the teaser dropped for Dune 3 this week. It might have been slightly overshadowed by another trailer we're going to talk about, but if you are a fan of the first two Denis Villeneuve Dune films, this is certainly in keeping, tone-wise, to the first two films. It just looks like they've just cranked it up to 11 again. You will notice in the trailer, though, that the Anya Taylor-Joy character that you see kind of like in a weird sort of, not a flashback, but in some weird vision from the second film, is fully in the third film. So there is a time jump that's going to happen. And sadly, Rebecca Ferguson, who plays Paul's mother, Jessica, has gone online saying she has one scene in the entire flick, and it's basically the scene that you see in the teaser trailer. She's not in the rest of the film.
Interesting.
Yeah, which, I mean, to be fair, she's Lady Jessica is not in the book either. She retires to California, the homeworld, so it's not like it's wildly different than the story, but her character and her portrayal is so compelling that I was hoping that we would get more of her, but it looks like we're not going to. So, except for the one scene.
That was actually going to be a question for you, Jeff, because I've not read the books.
Right.
So I know that Dune Part 1 and Part 2 were based on the first book.
Correct.
What is this Part 3? What's it based off of?
Dune Messiah. So the second book.
So the second book.
Yeah. So this is the entirety of the arc for Paul Atreides' character.
Right. Because after the second book,
there's a gigantic time jump.
Right.
Yeah. So and what occurs in the time jump when it's all done would be difficult to bring to film and make it be, entertaining or not like a weird fucking acid trip. So
the TV show,
Yes.
Remember the TV show?
Prophecy. Yeah, that takes place like 10,000 years before.
No. The TV show is Paul, and his sister is born and is younger.
Correct.
So what is that based off of? Is that prophecy?
His sister?
Is that Messiah?
Yes. Well, technically, yes. His sister is born in Messiah, and then there's a whole subplot with her that I don't know if they're going to explore with this or not, because most of that subplot comes to the fray toward the end of Messiah and then into Children of Dune. So I don't know if they're going to explore that or not. We'll see.
Yeah. See, I don't really know what is supposed to happen in this one. Like when we were talking about Dune Part 1, and then when Dune Part 2 came out, I knew what this was about because I had seen the original movie.
Right.
The 80s movie. So I already knew the story of the first Dune.
Yes.
But now I'm going in blind. So I don't.
No, that's good.
I'm looking at the trailer and I'm like, I don't really know what's going on.
Honestly, they do set it up at the end of Dune 2, right? The Dune 2 ends with him essentially taking over the throne from the Emperor, and then buddies like the Landsraad, which is essentially like the Parliament of the Great Houses, don't recognize your ascension to the throne.
Right.
And then Paul's like, oh yeah? And that's what Dune 3 is. Basically, like he goes to war against the galaxy for supremacy of him, his followers, his visions, and all that kind of jazz. So it's just going to be a deeper exploration of that, would be my guess. But I mean, if war is kind of what you're after, like what you saw at the end of Dune 3, I think you're going to, Dune 2, I think you're going to see a lot of that Dune 3. Because that's really what most of that book is him making war on the rest of the galaxy, and they literally call it a jihad in the it's a holy jihad in the books. So
that's not what the trailer makes it look like at all.
Well, there are definitely some war scenes in the trailer, but remember, so and I know we're probably getting sick and tired of talking about Dune, but I want to make sure that we're clear on this. This movie comes out 9 months from now.
Yeah.
In fact, this movie comes out on the very same day as Avengers Doomsday. They're calling it Doomsday.
Yeah.
And now they're legitimately worried, not that those two films are going to eat each other since they both appeal to the same demographic, but that anything coming out right before, like Jumanji, or right after, I don't remember the film that was coming out right after, are going to get annihilated by these two films. Excuse me. Not only that, but Dune apparently has exclusivity for the IMAX for 3 weeks. So if you want to see Doomsday on IMAX, you're probably not going to be able to, because unless your theater has multiple IMAX screens, it's going to be playing Dune in IMAX, not Avengers
Really?
Doomsday. They have a 3-week IMAX exclusive window. So
that's probably the right call, though.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
100%. That's the right play.
Yeah. 100%. So be ready. Sorry, I know that was a lot of Dune
stuff.
Guys.
One more thing before we move on. What do you think of Robert Pattinson's look?
Oh my God.
Right? We had to mention that.
So I'm not going to give away like any major spoilers. So he plays a character named Scytale, who is he's Benny Tlilaxu, and I'm probably pronouncing that terribly because it's just a bunch of consonants strung together. He's what's called a face dancer. And if you see the character sheets, like the poster character sheets for each character that they released, he's not morphing, but he's moving his face and it's all blurred.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and in fact, there's a returning character that you guys see, Duncan Idaho, played by Jason Momoa, is in the teaser trailer, and everybody's like, whoa, hold on, he died. Robert Pattinson is going to play a role into why you're seeing Jason Momoa again. Yeah, so there's a whole thing. I'm not going to spoil anything beyond that, but you're going to see some stuff, and it's going to be very cool. I love the look. I love what they're doing with him.
Yeah, the look is.
I hope they don't hit him with a whole lot of Slim Shady stuff on his blonde hair, because he looks great. He looks barely recognizable.
Well, he's all white, right?
That's what I mean.
Painted white from head to toe. I mean,
he's crazy. Yeah,
the look of the characters in Dune is definitely unique, and I love how each different, like they all look different, right? Like it's they did a very, very good job.
I agree. Awesome Con in Washington was just this past week, and Awesome Con had almost the entire cast of Firefly there.
We have to talk about these jerks.
Everybody but Adam Baldwin. And it was on the Sunday where they geared everybody up on March 15th for the big announcement that they had been teasing relentlessly on social media. Well, the tease is finally over. Now, if you've seen it, so I think I mentioned this before. So both Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk do a podcast called Once We Were Spacemen, and they've had a lot of Firefly guests. It's not exclusively a Firefly podcast, but they do talk about Firefly on it. They also talk about the most inane shit, and I've got to be honest with you, it's not great. But when they're talking about Firefly stuff, it's cool. This week's episode of Once We Were Spacemen was the live panel from AwesomeCon. So if you want to hear the whole panel where they reveal the whole schmaz, you can do that by listening to their podcast if you don't want to do it through YouTube or whatever. The announcement that everybody's been waiting for is a new animated series that will feature all the original characters. A couple of things to note about this, by the way. So if you do watch the whole panel, they do say up front it would be extraordinarily difficult for them to bring back a live action show 25 years later, especially where all of them are in their careers. I think I mentioned this before. Nathan Fillion, Gina Torres, Jewel State, they all have full-time gigs. They're all on shows right now with seemingly no end in sight. So you're not going to be able to get them for a show regardless, unless it's going to be something animated that they can do from a home studio or whatever. Excuse me. But what I didn't know is Disney Plus through 20th Century owns the show Firefly. They do not own the rights to Serenity, the film. That's owned by Universal. So the animated show will take place between the show and the movie, which means the characters that died in the flick can now be featured in the animated show because they would still be alive. So these are the stories that a lot of them they had already come up with that happened in between the cancellation of the show and the film.
Yeah, this would really be more of a continuation to the show.
It is. That's exactly how they're pitching it. Yes.
Yeah.
So they have everything in place except for a home, which is weird. So they have Disney Plus's blessing to do it, to make it. So they have an animation studio. So they have all the original cast back except for Ron Glass, who unfortunately has passed away. But they are talking about Shepherd Book on the show. So I don't know if they're going to find somebody that sounds like him or what have you. They have all the original cast. They have episodes written. They have showrunners. And they have an animation studio.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're asking is for everybody out there that is a brown coat, which is what the Firefly fans are called, to go to the Once We Were Spacemen Instagram page and share this news as widely and broadly as they can, and go on to Disney Plus and start watching Firefly, which, by the way, has now re-entered their top 10 trending shows on Disney Plus because of this uptick in activity. To get the show on some kind of a streaming service. Why the show I don't know how they're getting Disney Plus's blessing, but Disney Plus is like, yeah, but we're not going to air it. That seems like a really weird thing.
Because Disney Plus probably wants to be like, if we're going to air it, we're going to make it. That's probably the way they're seeing it, right? And but if they don't want to make it, then they're not going to air it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to make that show, and if it's not our show, then we're not going to air it on our platform. That's
then
probably
why
how that goes,
then why give permission to use the property in the first place? Like, why would they?
I don't think they own the property. I think they do. Disney owns the property.
Correct. That's why it's on Disney Plus, because it was originally produced. It was on Fox. It was originally produced by 20th Century Fox. Disney bought 20th Century Fox. That's why they don't own the film, because the film wasn't distributed by 20th Century Fox. It was distributed by Universal. The same way you're not going to get a Hulk solo show because Universal owns the distribution rights to the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
Same deal. So they can't reference the movie, but they can reference everything to do with the show because Disney owns the IP, the property. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that's what's happening with it for all of you that have been following it along on social media and through the podcast and everything else. That's what's going on. They have everything in place except this one thing. If they can find a home for it, then we're going to get a new Firefly animated show.
Like Christina's saying, so disappointing. And don't get me wrong. I'll watch the show once it comes out.
So what did you want?
I don't know.
Because this to me it's better than an audiobook. It's better than a reunion show, like a Harry Potter style where they all come together and talk about being on the show. Like you're going to get new episodic media of the show in really the only format they can do it in where everybody can participate.
Yeah.
To me, it seems like the best of I know you're saying so disappointing, Christina. So what's the alternative?
I think maybe it's not disappointed with, like, now that we know, okay, cool, they're doing that, and you're not wrong at all. I think maybe the fans got their hopes up too much, expecting something, and then it was delivered as the animated show, and they're like, "Oh fuck!" This whole time I thought it was animated or a live action. So that's why everyone's disappointed. But you're not wrong. It is the best way to bring it back.
100%. Yeah. To be fair, it's the only way to bring it back.
Yeah.
So, like I said, they've all gotten older, and half of them have retired from acting, and a new movie. Yeah, because the last one did so well. I don't know if that's the plan. And again, you're not going to get them all into a film anyway because they're all too busy, or at least half of them are way too busy anyway. So that would be challenging to have them all in a film. I know Nathan Fillion has been in a couple of flicks, don't get me wrong, but apparently the people on The Rookie are really understanding about him going off to do a flick. I don't know if everybody from all the shows that some of these people star in are going to be as understanding to let them go just shoot an 8-month movie or whatever. But I don't know. It is announced. That's what's happening. I'm sure once they find a studio, a distribution, that they'll let everybody know.
Our buddy Steve Jones is asking here, okay, so should I still watch Firefly because this will be after? Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Fantastic show. And if this picks up where the show left off, it'll that's the problem with Firefly is you start watching it, you fall in love with it, and then it just ends with no conclusion to any of it. So it's a little bit frustrating knowing that now we actually will probably see where all those storylines were going. That could be neat, especially if it's an animated show that gets a couple of seasons. I mean, like I said, I'll watch it. Disappointed it's not a movie or a show, but I get it, and I'll watch the shit out of it because I love the show. Eric Thor's worthy here saying Firefly was dope. Yeah, it was amazing. And it's weird because I never watched Firefly when it first came out. I think people were expecting a Picard-style reboot. Jeff, you're on mute, I think, because we can't hear you anymore.
Let's be fair. It took them 3 seasons to figure out the Picard reboot because those first 2 seasons were dog shit. So,
especially the second season. That was...
woof.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's what's happening. Hopefully, it all comes together. We shall see. Netflix has finally greenlit the Assassin's Creed show. Talk about another property that has had a movie that stunk, and now they're going to try a show. Noomi Rapace has been added to the cast of Assassin's Creed. So it is Netflix's show. It is live action. I mean...
don't know much about it yet.
No. Details of the characters being kept secret for now. Toby Wallace, Lola Pettigrew, Zachary Hart, Laura Marcus, Tamsin Crawford. I don't know who any of those people are, but they're all starring. Noomi Rapace is the only name I've seen so far that I actually recognize. Excuse me. They're keeping the plot specifics under wraps, but again, for fans of the franchise, I don't know how you guys felt about the movie with Michael Fassbender. I just know it didn't do terribly well. But I don't know how. I've never played a single second of the game, so I don't know how faithful the film was to the property.
It wasn't. It was weird.
The movie was weird. I just didn't know how well it.
Yeah, it was weird. They made it into like we're plugging you into the Matrix, and you get to experience Assassin's Creed when it was happening. Like it was. I don't know, man. It
isn't that how Assassin's Creed works, though?
Not as far as I know. I mean, you're just playing the different characters throughout the different timelines, right? But they brought this futuristic sci-fi piece to it that.
Well, there is a sci-fi piece. I mean, according to this, anyway. I'm just reading it off the website. According to the official logline, the series is a quote high-octane thriller centered on the secret war between 2 shadowy factions. One set on determining mankind's future through control and manipulation, while the others fight to preserve free will. It's a concept that blends historical drama, sci-fi, and action. And of course, the property itself has proved incredibly popular since launching in 2007. The franchise has sold more than 230 million copies worldwide, and grown into one of the best-selling video game series of all time. 14 fucking installments of this game. Yeah, players everywhere from the Renaissance Italy to Viking era England. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have anything. I got some of the cast. I don't have when it's coming out. I don't know who. I don't have any of that. So don't be mad at me.
It was greenlit.
Greenlit. Yeah, that's all it says. Invincible is back on Amazon Prime. The first 3 episodes have dropped. I have watched the first 2. Unfortunately, I've already found a new fucking cosplay I want to do, even though I'm getting out for a while. The animation style is exactly what you've come to expect from Invincible for all of my Invincible fans out there. And it's cool sort of what they're doing. And in particular, how they're sort of boxing out the episodes. Like episode 1 had a lot of Mark on Earth trying to figure sort of things out post what happened in season 3. Episode 2, you don't see Mark at all. It's all Nolan and Alan in space trying to recruit people to fight the Viltrumite Empire and shit. And we get a brilliant flashback to show you what happened to the Viltrumite Empire. So honestly, like if you're into the lore of what's going on in the show, like overall, like the world building or the galaxy building in the show, these first 2 episodes really deliver as far as I was concerned anyway. So I'm very much looking forward to the rest of this season. And it seems like they got this season out a little bit quicker. That I know we waited forever for season 2. I know Christina said up there, it takes 2 years to animate. I feel like the turnaround time on this one was a little bit quicker. And I think they know, like if it's been green, Alan the Alien, is that the cosplay, Jeff? No, Thora is not I'm not doing Alan the Alien. Fuck all that. But I think now that they know that it's a hit and they know that they're going to be greenlighting future seasons, they can like literally like as soon as that one's done, we could just start working on the next one. Whereas after the first season, maybe they didn't know what it was going to be or what it was going to look like or whatever. But yeah, if you're not checking it out, I highly recommend that you do because it's pretty fucking great. Not going to lie. Speaking of animated stuff, a new Wheel of Time animated series is in the works from the makers of Arcane. So there was a TV show on Amazon Prime for Wheel of Time. Lasted, I think, 3 seasons. And apparently it was another one of those shows that just started to kind of hit its stride at that point when it got canceled. But I mean, at that point, it's difficult to... You've lost so much goodwill at that point. I did watch the first season. I liked it. I didn't love it. And then I started watching the second season, and it just didn't... I didn't get all the way through it. So, but so they're going to do it as an animated style show instead. So what that's going to look like, I don't know for any of my Wheel of Time fans out there. Will they be more? I know one of the big critiques of the show was that it diverged too far from the material, but I don't know if they're going to try to be more faithful because it's animated. And I mean, Arcane like won awards and shit. So that animation studio is crazy successful with what they're doing. So I would assume that they're going to bring that style to whatever they're going to do with the Wheel of Time. So I've never read it. I want to watch it so bad. No time this week, unfortunately. Yeah, I get that. I mean, they're hour-long episodes. If we're back to talking about Invincible, yeah, they're not short episodes, unfortunately. So yeah, you do have to have some time to dedicate to it. So finally, 3 different news items here on this because it was such a big deal. Spider-Man brand new day trailer drops. The day before, they decided to drop the trailer in pieces. Like they targeted certain accounts and they would show like 23 seconds of the trailer or something like that. Dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, it was a unique trailer release experience or strategy. And it quickly, like, nobody cared because they were just like, give us the fucking trailer. What are you doing? So, so the next day they drop the full trailer, and it has since now smashed every record there is to smash. In a 24-hour period, the trailer has been watched 718 million times, which makes it the most watched trailer of all time in a 24-hour span. What are your guys' takes on the trailer? Is this what you were expecting? Is it comparable to what we've seen up until now? You guys have watched the trailer multiple times, so clearly it's hitting you in a certain place. Give me your reactions to it.
Do you want to go first, Rob?
You go first.
First of all, I love that we finally got to see some little tidbits that a lot of people had been speculating, like, for example, Scorpion. We get a real good look at Scorpion in the trailer. Now, you did say, Jeff, he doesn't have a mask, which was kind of a little bit weird that He's got this big mechanized suit. Well, it's not a big mechanized suit. It's a big mechanized tail, but whatever. He's got this weird suit with no helmet or no mask. It's a little odd, but it looks like Scorpion Man. So if you haven't seen him, go check it out. There's some good shots online. I was able to actually pause it right at the right moment and get a clear shot of it. And
yeah, but you said you didn't take a screenshot?
I didn't take a screenshot. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know what.
So what shot of it did you get? You mean, or just for your own eyes?
Yeah. So I paused it, and he's whipping his tail around at Spider-Man, and you got a good shot of.
Yeah, no. Sure, I've seen the trailer. I'm just when you said you got a good shot of it, but then didn't get a screenshot. I'm like, what do you mean you got a good shot of it? Then just
sorry, I paused it at the right moment, and it was like. I got to see.
This is great. Nobody else needs to see this.
Yeah.
You just hit play again. All right, cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Good thing we're not
I don't know if you guys know what Man or who Man Spider is, but it looks like this is the storyline that we're getting.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit excited about that, even though it was a weird storyline in the comics. I'm not gonna lie.
Give me your impressions of the trailer overall, though.
It was okay.
Did it blow you away? Was it underwhelming? Were you overwhelmed? Were you underwhelmed? Or were you just whelmed?
I was just whelmed.
Okay.
I mean, it looks okay. I'm more excited like I said, I'm picking it apart. That's what was fun for me is picking that trailer apart and pausing it 374 times in like that 1 minute 48 seconds or whatever it is.
You're not the only one doing that. Rob, what were your impressions of the trailer?
Yeah, I watched it, I think 5 or 6 times. And I don't normally do this, but I picked apart that trailer like so many times. And then when my wife came home, I'm like, come here, sit down. You got to watch this, right? Like, who's that? I pause it, like, see that guy? Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's this boomerang?
Yeah.
Like, and then, try every time you watch it, there's another Easter egg to find.
Right.
I was just whelmed, not overwhelmed. Like it was fun. I don't know. I'm excited for it for sure. It looks like it's a different tone.
Yeah.
Especially, when we got I think we're all sick of the multiverse stuff and had enough Doctor Strange. Yeah. So glad to see a little bit different here.
Mm-hmm. Although they're obviously continuing on with the whole, like, nobody knows who I am. That's how he opens the trailer with voiceover saying I had.
That's what the starting is.
Yeah. So I'm definitely in the underwhelmed category. I'm not going to lie. It looks way too fucking busy. It looks like there's way too many people in it. There's way too many bad guys in it. Remember Spider-Man 3 kids when they had like 3 different bad guys and everybody's like, that's way too fucking many. Nobody gets to shine. They have like 18 fucking bad guys in this film. So I don't know how. I mentioned before about how are they going to top No Way Home? It looks like their idea was shove every villain we could possibly have into this flick. But there is a moment, by the way, I don't know if you guys remember. So when the No Way Home trailer came out, there was a scene on the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, where they had wiped a couple of the characters out, which in this case was Colby and Andrew.
Yeah.
From the so
there's
apparently
a scene like that in
this scene towards the end where he's jumping off the building and all these hand soldiers are underneath, and some of them are pointed at him, but some of them are pointed at this empty space underneath him.
Yeah.
So now everybody's like, oh, are they like wiping guys out again? So they're not showing us everything that's going to be in the scene or whatever. So we do get a look at Dr. Banner. So Bruce Banner is going to be in it, and we get a big look at Frank Castle, the Punisher. So there's some definite MCU elements that are happening in it. For me, it just looks way too busy. I feel like they sold this initially as a much more grounded, much more street level movie that was going to like essentially deal with the consequences of No Way Home. And what I'm getting is this bombastic action, bad guy after bad guy after bad guy circus act. And I don't love it. So I guess we're going to see. I
want to think here. This is the theory. We're seeing like one opening scene.
Right.
And some like not flashbacks, but I don't think you're going to see like there's Boomerang and Tarantula. I don't think you're going to see those.
So like that's a montage basically of him fighting guys throughout, maybe.
Yeah.
Ideally. Yeah.
I think that there's going to be 2 layers to this movie. There's going to kind of be 2 storylines. I think there's going to be a Defender storyline. They've already announced that Luke Cage is coming back to the MCU, but we don't know when. there's rumors that Daredevil is in this movie, and he went on TV and said, no, I'm not in this movie, but if I was in this movie, I'd be saying I'm not in this movie, but I'm not in this movie, right?
I'm not in this movie. Rob, are you in this movie?
I'm certainly not in this movie.
I'm not in this movie.
So I don't know. I think there's going to be like a defender, especially with the scene with the hand.
Do we care?
But again, I think those are going to because I think those are all going to be like these little background stories that are just happening while the story of Peter Parker mutating into a giant fucking spider is happening.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come
right?
on.
Yeah,
that's the story we're getting.
Man? That's the story?
I think so.
Oh,
we see him with the red eyes.
Story.
Right? We see that he has webbing coming out of his arms and he wakes up in a cocoon. He's mutating. I guarantee you, we're getting Man Spider. You don't know who Man Spider is. It's a character from the late 80s.
It's not called Man Spider Brand New Day. It's called Spider-Man. Have it be Spider-Man. Why can't we have Spider-Man in our Spider-Man movie? Anyways.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying that's what we're getting. And you know.
You're missing a whole, we're missing characters from this.
Rob the Vigilante, not in this movie. Pish posh, says Sophie.
I'm not in this movie.
I agree. Yeah.
Wink, wink.
It's going to be a blockbuster. Of course it is. It's got Spider-Man in the title.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's going to be Spider-Man 3 was a blockbuster and it was dog shit. So it's got Spider-Man in the title. It's going to make all kinds of money. There's no question that it's going to be a huge, huge flick. Mm-hmm. Will it be any good? See, to me, they had two real mediocre Spider-Man movies, and then they had No Way Home, which is half of a really good movie. And now we're getting this. So I don't know, man. We're going to see. When does this come out? Anybody know?
I don't even know.
I think it's
maybe it leads into an X-Men tie-in. I hope not, because there's already way too many characters in this flick as it is. So
yeah, I don't.
Well, you've got Sadie Sink is supposed to be in this movie.
Yeah, right? which we don't see in the trailer.
Oh, unless she's the hooded character. That's
who's Sadie? Sadie.
So she's Max from Stranger Things.
Right. That's right. Yeah, we haven't seen her in the teaser. No. That's right.
I think Mr. Negative is in this. Yeah, throw them all in there, man. Every villain he's got, just throw them all in. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
so it comes out July 31st.
July 31st. Okay.
I think the rumors are saying that Sadie Sink might be Jean Grey.
Oh, I mean that would make sense.
I mean that.
For her and that character, it makes zero sense to have her in this flick, but it definitely makes sense to have her as that character for sure.
It's a fan theory, or not a fan theory. It's more than a theory. Cool. Especially because you see in that trailer, you see the invisible, you see a lot of telekinesis type shit going on.
Right.
In that trailer, right?
Yeah. Someone was saying as he's falling shirtless after he can't web anymore or whatever. And then he stops and you hear a web noise, but you don't see what stopped him.
Yeah.
Everybody is saying that web noise is a red herring, that there is no web, that it's exactly kind of what you're talking about, Rob. So somebody essentially catches him like that. But anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric is also saying, Rogue, there is a scene where you see a girl with a bunch of white hair in a train or a subway or whatnot. And people are saying, hey, is this Rogue? There could be an X-Men tie-in here, right? I mean,
oh boy,
dude, it's the pre Doomsday. I call it Doomsday. It's the pre-Doomsday.
You're already calling it Doomsday.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, guys, so I guess the overall question is, come Doomsday, what's the first one you're going to see?
Doomsday.
It behooves you to go to the theaters. Oh, see, for me, it's Dune 3, by a fucking country mile. Now, I do see some people saying Doomsday because they don't want to get spoilers. So they're going to go opening day to see Doomsday. That makes sense. Guys, I might go see both in the same day.
Oh, you are bonkers, man. That's going to be 8 hours worth in theater, man.
Yeah.
We
used to do that way back in the day on the cheap Tuesdays or whatever. We'd go to back-to-backs all the time.
Yeah, but these movies are almost 3 hours each.
Yeah, well, that's not 8 hours, sir. That's 6.
Yeah, but it's go and piss and popcorn and blah blah blah, and you catch the next showing. Yeah,
the pre-show and the previews and the.
Listen, this is not like Barbenheimer, which is what people are relating it to, because those were two vastly different markets that were happening, right?
Yeah,
these are two very, very similar markets and demographics they're going after.
Yeah,
everybody's got to decide. If I'm picking one only, it's definitely Dune. But I mean, I love Dune, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if that changes.
So both studios, especially after this teaser trailer came out for Dune, and it got so popular and got such good reaction, both studios have on the record saying we're not moving the date. And that's why they're kind of leading into this whole Doomsday thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So now a lot can change in the next 9 months. Who knows? But yeah, not seeing an Avengers on an IMAX screen will be real. Well, that's what I'm saying. So you kind of have, that's the problem. If you want to see it, you're probably not going to get to see it in IMAX.
Interesting.
But if you don't want to have it spoiled, you got to see it right away. So unless you just don't give a shit about spoilers, then you can wait till it'll be on IMAX in 3 weeks. But I'm sure it'll be still in theaters at that point. Anyways, guys, that is the news for this week. If you've got news items that you think we should be saying here on the podcast for next week or following weeks, please send them to me if you can, either through my Instagram, which is up for another couple of months, or through whatever else you're talking to me on. If I'm not around or you can't get a hold of me, you can always send it to JS or to the Geeks and Co account. And especially if you've got a juicy rumor. I couldn't find any of those this week, but yeah, if it's geeker news related and it's been veritably sourced, then we will go ahead and read it out on the podcast.
It doesn't need to be sourced. It doesn't need to be,
absolutely has to be sourced.
Yeah, we're good with some juicy rumors. We like
reputable source on that. We're good with one juicy rumor, sir. One clickbaity bullshit article. That's it. That's all I can stomach.
All right. I guess it's that time.
We got a lot of community news.
We sure do.
Yep.
Community news. It sounds like you're mocking me in that, sir.
It really does.
Hey, you know that
still here?
Silky put that together. I don't know how she made it sound like me, but I did not record that at all.
Bullshit.
Liar.
Bullshit.
I did not record that at all. She modified your voice to make it sound like that.
Bullshit.
See, she's still there. Ask her.
Yeah. She's the AI.
Yeah. She's just towing the line at this point. Yeah, they Darth Vadered you. They AI'd your voice. Yeah, you did. Says you're like, ha, called the fuck out.
What do you mean I did?
You did record. Of course, you recorded it.
She said I pulled it from the broadcast. I promise you.
Okay. All right.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not believing any of that. Not the disappointed side. Sorry, Saphira, but I mean, come on, man. What episode is this? 200 and what?
23.
He loses count once in a while. Are you sure it's 23?
I don't know.
I don't.
What do you just 24? Do you just guess the number and put it in the title?
I used the last thumbnail and I just incremented by one every week.
Well, I mean, that's not terrible. Hold on, I'll check Spotify. By the way, guys, if you are, we are on Spotify. I don't know that everybody knows that, but if you're like at work or taking a train or commuting or whatever, and you can't physically watch us, jump on Spotify. It's there pretty much the next day after we record. Definitely check it out.
223.
It is 223.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are here.
I'm saying that, and 221 is for whatever reason not on Spotify. Or sorry, 222 is not on Spotify. So
really?
No.
Last week's?
Way to go.
I've got the top 10 soundtracks and scores. Episode 221 is the last one on there.
Okay, I'll have to go look into that. I don't understand why that is. But
and by the way, guys, if you are on Spotify and you're checking us out, there's a little spot right here. Not there.
Good job.
Right there where you can rate the podcast. All right. So just click on that somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, yeah. Rate show. That's what you're going to do. Hit the 3 little buttons and hit rate show. And if you could throw the old 10 out of 10 on there, that would be fantastic. Even though it's at a 5, find a way to make it out of 10. So help us propagate out into the.
I did try to rate our show, but it says I have to listen to it first.
Wow, Rob. Okay. Rob.
Hey, I'm here live every week. Okay, I've heard it.
There are things that we talk about on the podcast, and there's things we say for the private chat. I feel like that was something we say for the private chat.
Which, by the way, if we're going to talk about Spotify, I think we should talk about the fact that we regularly get somehow listeners from all over the world on Spotify. We got people from Germany, we got people from Spain, we got people from the US. I mean, whoever is listening to us that's not in Southern Ontario, not that, guys, we don't appreciate you local folks because, you're our people, right? But all of the other people that don't get to see us at cons and don't know who we are and are actually listening to this podcast, whether it be on YouTube, on Spotify, or whatever, one of your favorite podcast platforms, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it. Give us a like, rate the show, and keep listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Rob, community news.
We're here to talk. This is the week. This is the week everyone's been looking forward to. We are here to talk about, that's right, May the 4th.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Which is actually on a second this week,
Right.
this year. But
Yep.
May the 4th, a Brew Hope. That's not the name of our beer, isn't it?
No.
The name of our beer is That's No Moon.
That's No Moon.
But it is May the 4th, episode 4 of Brew Hope. You're right. It's on Saturday, May 2nd. We wanted to keep it on a Saturday just to make it easier for people to be able to come out and hang out and have fun and have a drink and all that stuff. It also coincides with Free Comic Book Day. So, if you're coming into London, it's a great day to come in because you can go to Free Comic Book Day downtown London, and then you can come and hang out with us at London Brewery Co-op. There's going to be all sorts of shenanigans, some karaoke. We did confirm the karaoke this week, right?
Correct.
There's going to be beer. There's going to be holy cow,
a bunch of vendors too, isn't there? Like
a bunch of vendors.
Yep.
There's going to be raffles. There's going to be.
Which reminds me, guys, there are still a few vendor spaces open. So if you are looking to vend at the show, please reach out to me personally if you can. It is $50 for your table space. That's the whole charge, and every single penny of that goes to Ronald McDonald House Charities. For some of the vendors that have been asking in years past, could they donate directly to, as opposed to, so right now they send the money to me and then I send the money to him and then he donates it on behalf of the Geeks and Co. in a one lump sum to Ronald McDonald House. I was told that we could set up like a link that the vendors could just go and donate directly because then they would get a tax write-off. I have reached out to, and this is no shade on them, but I have reached out to the Southern Western Ontario chapter of Ronald McDonald House Charities twice, looking for some sort of, and I've not been responded to either time. So,
interesting.
Yeah. More than one food truck. Yes. Well, that's the plan. So they're going to have they have a food truck now. London Brewing Co-op has their own food truck on site. That's just going to be a permanent truck that's going to be there all the time. And then they're looking to bring in one truck on top of that. So ideally there will be two trucks. The one truck will be, they're called the Souvlaki Brothers. They don't just make souvlaki. It'll be also like burgers and dogs and fries and all that kind of stuff. But they'll also have souvlaki, and it's quite good. And then we don't know what the other truck is going to be yet. We would love to get chow back that we had in the first year, but there's some availability issues there. But we are going to try to make sure that there's at least two food trucks so that people aren't waiting 45 minutes in a lineup around the block to get their food. So yes, but a new beer in a new can and some new vendors are going to be joining us as well. So we're excited for all of that. I think this year is going to look very similar to last year with the introduction of the karaoke. We're going to continue with that. I would like to get some ideas maybe from you guys about next year and what we could do that might be a little bit different. There's been talk about bringing the trivia back. The time window is tough, especially in that sort of 5 to 8 window. Like if we introduce the trivia, then we can't really do the karaoke. If we do the karaoke, then we can't really do a live, you know what I mean? So if there's another thing that you guys think would make the event great besides trivia or karaoke, or would you like us to bring the trivia back and axe the karaoke next year, whatever. If you guys got ideas for what we can do to make the show better and more intriguing and not just the same show year after year, please let us know.
Does it end at 8?
No, it ends at I think 10:30, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it really starts to clear out by 8:30, 9 o'clock. So
I get what you mean. Yeah.
The first year we had it, the trivia was great because we had it on a Thursday the first year. Because that was when May the 4th hit. And Thursday is already their trivia night. So they had the guys that they normally do the trivia on Thursdays there to do it, and they have a grand, they do a really good job, one of the best in the city. And they had all their trivia regulars there on top of all of our crew. The next year, they didn't have any of that because we did it on a Saturday, and it was one guy on a laptop just reading out questions, and it was a little underwhelming. and we got a lot of feedback about it that it was a little underwhelming. So I've told London Brewing Co-op, if you can get the boys back here after Thursday, if you can get back here on Saturday and have them host like a big trivia night for Star Wars, we'll absolutely do it. If we can't get them, I don't think there's value in it. So I will pass on that feedback again. It will not be this year, but if it's next year, maybe we can give them enough news ahead of time to say, hey, please book these guys. We're saying book these guys. The one guy that runs the trivia is one of the manager's husbands. So it's not like it's not a full, it's not, we don't have to fill out a booking form or work through an agency type of thing. So hopefully we can have that, but this year we'll be back with the cosplay karaoke. So strippers trivia or strippers do we're not doing strippers. We're not doing a ramp, Michael Icon. I know the reference there. So
yeah.
We're not doing that. God. Yeah, we're not doing that.
There we go again.
Not doing that. None of that stuff. No strippers. Y'all a bunch of purrs is what you are.
Yeah.
No. It's a family-friendly event. It's at a brewery, but kids are welcome. So
you have to go make it weird, Michael.
I think I've said this before too. It's a very pet-friendly thing too. Our boy Richard McCarty brought his dog last year. They love dogs there, man. So if you got a dog, bring your dog out. They've always got treats on hand and everything else. Very dog-friendly as well. Dog-friendly, kid-friendly. Not stripper friendly, you pervs.
Yeah.
Sorry, Robert, go ahead.
You want shock stock for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is going on the same weekend, by the way. So if you want to get your fill on that, there you go.
That's the after hours event.
Yeah.
Moving on, in all seriousness, it is Toronto Comicon weekend. Let's get right into talking about that.
Yeah. You guys excited for this weekend? Tell us in the chat. You guys excited? What are you doing? What are your cosplays? This is the time to chat about it. I know we've been talking and yappering for almost 52 minutes.
Jeez.
And we're now finally getting to Toronto Comicon, but
I'm excited.
Big con of the year. I'm excited to see everybody. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Am I excited to sweat my nuts off for hours? Not so much.
Well, you're only coming for one day, you pussy. Suck it up.
But exactly, and that's why
some of us are going to split our nuts off for 3 days. So
yeah, I not the con for me to want to do that anymore. It's a long weekend. It's a sweaty weekend. It's
interesting that there was a time not too long ago, and I want to say even last year, that both of you would say that
it was our favorite con.
It was your favorite con, and now you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, it was different when we were had a booth there.
Sure. No, of course.
Right? That made all the difference.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know how you spend 3 days at a con if you're not
drunk,
having a booth there. Yeah.
Drunk.
Basically. Yeah.
Or drunk.
At the hotel bar is what I do. But yeah.
Yeah. It's I think you hit it on the nail on the head. When you have a booth or a table or whatnot, and you're there all weekend, and you've got action going all weekend. And when we had a booth, I mean, it was a party all weekend, right? At the Geeks and Co booth.
But it's nice to be free from that responsibility too, and not have to set up a booth and not have to mind a booth.
It is
it's nice to have a central basic location, but I mean, not having to lug all that shit there and set it up and tear it down and fight for space and fight for fucking parking and fight for fuck all that, man. I'm glad
fighting for loading dock and
I love doing it at certain shows. This show I fucking hated doing it for, so I'm not mad that we're not doing a booth anymore at this show. Woo.
Yeah,
it's a great show, but for us it was a real pain.
I'm just happy we're gonna get to see everybody. That's or maybe not everybody, but this is the one show where almost everybody's gonna be at, right? So yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Should we get into? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing this weekend. There's a lot of people that are going to be doing a lot of stuff this weekend. Should we just jump right to our cost plans? I mean, everybody knows it anyway, right? So we're doing the Predators on Saturday. But Jeff, you're there all weekend.
Yeah.
So you're going to be doing.
Boy, howdy, I sure am. Who cares? Doesn't matter. What are other people doing?
Literally wrote that in our notes here, right?
Yeah. I want to know what you guys are doing. I know some of you listed it, and I know a lot of you have been using the template that Toronto Comicon themselves put out on your social media post to say what you're doing for the weekend. But I'm more curious what you guys are doing throughout the course of the weekend. Yeah.
Well, they write it down. So you're doing Wolverine on Friday, and you're trooping on Sunday. And then our buddy Richard. Oh, I unshared it by mistake. Our buddy Richard's also going to be there all weekend. He's doing his Wicked Ghoul on Friday. And then everybody knows at this point, I'm assuming he's doing Cad Bane Saturday and Sunday. I'm not going to share all the pictures that we have here. Richard, if you want to share them on your Instagram or whatnot, I don't want to spoil everything. I do, however, want to show this off.
That's which, by the way, he's painting that tonight.
Yeah, that picture was taken like an hour ago.
Weekend, so. Don't worry, like it's tomorrow, bud.
Yeah. He says, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be ready for the weekend." Yeah, that's tomorrow.
And it's not like I think he's wearing Cad Bane Saturday and Sunday. If he's in the chat, he can correct me. Yeah. But it's not like he's not attending Friday and we'll have all day and night Friday to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he'll be in his hotel room.
He's going to be at the show as the Ghoul. So I don't know how and when. Like, will it even be dry? Like, I don't even know. So, best of luck to you, sir. Cosmic Crunch is real. There's no question there. Oh yeah, Booster Joe is going to be debuting a new cosplay. He's going to be doing the Shredder.
Yeah.
Right.
Which looks dope.
It looks bananas. If you guys haven't seen Joe's YouTube video where he does his first fitting of the finished Shredder costume, go check it out. I'm a little bit jealous. I kind of want that cosplay. I'm not going to lie. It's ridiculous. I forget what you said the color was, Joe. The something steel. Heated steel or whatever that color is, that paint color that Joe used.
Chef's kiss.
It's craziness. Absolute craziness.
Our boy Andre, the GTA 5 voice actors at the show. I'm doing Franklin from GTA 5 Friday and CJ from GTA San Andreas Sunday with Muse from Daredevil on Saturday. He's still working on his Muse. Christina saying Richard is the GOAT.
Richard is the GOAT.
I don't think she's all wrong. I don't know if I know anybody that works in as many different materials or substrates as Richard does. Like, just the work he does.
Talking about material, we can't not talk about fabrics because, man.
Oh yeah, dark steel.
Dark steel. That's what it is. Yeah, that color, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go look for that. It's dope as hell. Yep. We can't talk about materials and fabric unless we talk about our buddy Andrew, who's got a brand new mascot style cosplay, and just for your eyes.
Yeah, this is awesome.
At Comicon to add to the list of Mario mascot style characters that Andrew's doing. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I want one.
Your mic is wonky as shit. I think because you're playing that video, it's messing with your audio. So there we go.
It likely is.
There you go.
There you go. That's better.
I want one of these Super Mario mascot style costumes.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I want to make, but I want to make one. I had a chance to, I spent an afternoon in Shy Guy, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had in a costume. It's so liberating that you're just this big giant mascot, right? And you can just dance and act silly, and people freaking love it.
Yeah, and Andrew's really found his niche here, I feel like, with these mascot style costumes, because this is what, the third one maybe, or the fourth?
Look at that.
Shy Guy, Bob-omb. I thought he had something in between those two as well.
He might. I don't know if it's super. You know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, there's Bob-omb.
Yeah, there's Shy Guy.
Bob-omb.
Yes.
And then Shy Guy, and then I think this is.
Is it just the Koopa? Ones. Okay, maybe it is just the three. So. I thought there was another one in there that I'm not able to recall off the top of my head. Andrew, if you're still in the chat, let me know. But he's really found. He did do for. Now when I realize what I'm thinking about.
Condiment Man or whatever.
No, that's dope. I love that fucking one. But
Condiment King.
The wedding.
The bear.
Yeah.
The Deddy Bear.
Yes. Another mascot style one. I knew there was one other that he's like fully.
Actually, he's got two more. of those horror style. He's got 3 of those horror style mascot ones as well. So he really
has found his niche. Yeah, no, 100%.
And I fucking love it. And I want in.
so get in.
Yeah.
Do that.
I want in on it.
Yeah.
I 100%. It's a lot of fun. It really, really is. And these costumes are so big, you can actually build in fans and stuff like that. So you know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah.
Maybe thinking about the bear. Yeah,
that's what I was
there you go.
Yeah. Very cool.
Teddy bear. Yeah.
Very cool work. Yeah, we'll take it.
Very nice. Very nice. Megan is not coming.
Sorry, go ahead.
This weekend.
Yep.
She did confirm that today, unfortunately. So we won't be seeing Megan this weekend.
Yes, tickets, all day tickets for Saturday sold out very early on. So they were doing their whole like after 2 and after 3 style tickets, and Megan and her crew were like, eh.
Yeah.
So we won't be seeing Megan. You guys will be seeing Megan though at YetiCon in June. So that has now been confirmed. So you will be getting at the very least, the OG 5 geeks, and I think Richard will be there as well.
Yeah, Richard's going to be there. Jamie will not, and Andrew will not.
Correct. But so you have 6 geeks will be at YetiCon there, rabble rousing. By the way,
how are you guys going to deal with that? 6 of them?
I don't know, but we're going to have a good time.
Oh, we will
for sure. Because there's a lot of like evening events that are very adult themed for YetiCon. So I'm definitely looking for that. But we're not here to talk about YetiCon. Oh,
yeah.
We're not here to talk about YetiCon. We're here to talk about Toronto Comicon. And hell yeah. Oh man, those swords are so dope. God, I love those swords. So cool.
Yeah. Between the swords and the axe, man, we're gonna light up that friggin' con floor. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Who else are we looking forward to seeing at Toronto Comicon, guys?
Well, I don't know about you, but I am definitely going to stop by the Darkly Designed booth.
That's right, guys. Our friend Debbie, Darkly Designed, she is going to be at Toronto Comicon. She's usually at Comic-Con and Fan Expo every year. Mm-hmm. So if you want to help support a friend, this is your chance. Debbie does some pretty damn cool stuff.
She does. And I'm going to point out, and I'm only pointing this out because she shared it through social media. She has recently lost her job.
Mm-hmm.
So any support that you can give our friend Debbie would be greatly appreciated at the show this week. So if you've seen her stuff before and you'd be like, oh, I've been meaning to pick that up, this weekend would be a good time to do that, to help support our friend there. So yeah, great stuff. All handmade. She's been doing this for as long as I've known her, which is 12 years. Debbie was one of the first people I met in cosplay. So very, very cool stuff. And her cosplays are fantastic too. So stop in and say hi at the very least. But if you can pick something up from her too, that would be super helpful.
Yep. Very cool stuff.
Yep. Who else are we going to see?
One of our other vendor friends, Stephanie Red Moon Glassworks, is going to be there.
She's there now.
That's true. She's there on the con floor.
She's there now. We love Stephanie.
We do.
Yeah, she's great. You can also follow her on her cosplay account, which is Red Tourmaline Cosplay. And by the way, I think if you want to get a hold of her quickly, I think that's the account to use. I don't know how often she uses this as much anymore, but because someone was saying, "Oh, you guys haven't really posted much for this year or whatever." Whenever I go to message her, if I message her on this one, it's not she just doesn't get back to me. She does, but I do find she's a little quicker on her cosplay account. So
yeah,
she is running 17 businesses, so
she sure is
busy woman.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to see her recently at the Wintercraft Beer Festival in Toronto. She had a booth there for the Lock Street Brewery stuff that she was doing. They had this vanilla stout that was fucking amazing. Yeah, god damn, it was so good. Yeah, definitely get a chance to see Steph. You can see there she will be joining us as well. I think she's confirmed. Maybe she's still in. Maybe hopefully she'll be joining us again at May the 2nd as well.
Yeah, she did say she was going to be there.
Yeah, so Steph is great. Her stuff is really dope. She's usually got her and her friend there helping out because she just gets mobbed with stuff. So definitely go
she does laser engraving, and not only does she have a huge stock of all sorts of stuff, glasses, coasters, flasks.
Yeah.
I mean, they have more and more stuff, and she does custom stuff too. Now, depending on time, I'm assuming, and project, she will do some custom stuff as well. So Check it out. She's in the chat now. Booth 1720. She's there now setting up. Well, I'm assuming she's done setting up if she's now live with us. But yeah, make sure you check her out.
Anybody else?
Oh, there's tons of people. We're going
Give
through
it.
a whole romper.
Yeah, give her, man.
Our friends with the Canadian Podcast Award are there, as always. Going to be doing what I think is pretty cool is giving different podcasters a chance to be featured at their booth for a couple hours throughout the day, or I guess all weekend, which is always pretty neat. So if there's anybody there that you want to stop by and see, definitely do that. You guys have done that before. That was before I think I was regular on here.
Yep.
But we have done that before. They're a good crew. Stop by and say hi to them.
Salt of the earth, in it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
In it there to feature other people. Like, these are some of the best people that you can have involved in the community on any level, because they're literally just there to do what we all should be doing, and that a lot of people claim to be doing, but maybe aren't doing a whole lot or as much as they should be, is bringing other people up to bring us all up type of thing. That's their whole mission in life, is to feature local talent, local podcasts, local Canadian stuff, give them a platform, give them a venue, give them a space. These guys are, what they're doing is amazing. We love them so much. We've had a great working relationship with them for years. Yes, so definitely go check out their booth for sure. The Canadian Podcast Awards, just great people, John and Jen. Awesome.
Yeah, totally nice people. They're spread across a few different kind of things too, right? They do
the Toronto Prop Show now as well.
Prop show,
Yeah.
They have another like show dedicated to podcasting that they do. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on. What else? Who else are we going to see there? One of the guests, Boomster Joe, is going to be there.
The Boomster,
his featured cosplayer, in his first year of cosplaying.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's doing Iron Man 2 different days, and then I think, is it on the Friday that he's debuting the Shredder?
Yeah, Shredder. He's doing on, right.
Yeah, Shredder, and then Iron Man.
There you go. He's got it right there. Yeah. There you go.
Which I'm disappointed I'm not going to get to see that Shredder.
Yeah, me too.
Which looks amazing. Good job once again, my man.
Yep. Yeah, you just said it, but I want to say how cool it is that Joe has dropped onto the cosplay scene, and in his basically, I guess is his second year of cosplay now, or he's starting his second year of cosplay now, and he's already being featured at Toronto Comicon. Man, that is not just bonkers, but that's amazing.
He's putting the time in, man. Like, very active on social media. He's building all these amazing costumes. Like, he's putting in the work.
Oh yeah,
to hit these levels. So good on you, Joe. I wish I had the time or the patience to do 1/10 of what you're doing, my man. So good on you for taking this on and getting out there and showing people what you can do and how well you're doing with it. Because man.
Yeah, and he's been doing more and more both on social media and on YouTube. Let me tell you something. His YouTube videos are wicked. Joe, you found a niche there, man. You're doing a great job as far as putting those videos together and not just showing off your builds, but making it funny at the same time. And it's if you're not following Joe, go follow his YouTube channel.
I think I'm going to come up to him on Friday with a block of cheese.
He'll be able to cut it for you, that's for sure.
Yeah, he can shred the cheese for me. So
I mean, listen, some of that is dangerous.
Yeah.
Like,
if he wasn't a guest, he's probably not getting in with that.
Yeah, like that's craziness.
You could hold up you could hold up a gas station for beer with you and a bunch of other 60. You could get stopped by Rob the Vigilante guy wearing that.
Can you imagine?
Station.
Somebody runs in there as a shredder to hold up a gas station, and there's me in my Punisher vest, like pulling out of my trunk.
You picked the wrong day.
Yeah.
Well done. Put in the work, guys. Yeah, put in the work, man. He's putting in the work. There's no question. Like Andrew's saying, it's not just his building; it's all the video editing on top of all that too. That's what I mean. He's putting in the work. He 100%. Clearly has a very specific goal in mind, and it's working like a mofo. And so kudos to you, Joe, for taking this on and deciding that this was your passion and this is what you wanted to do, because ain't nobody got time for that, but you do. Good job, man.
Yeah,
proud of you. Who else?
Well, our friends from the Can Cosplay Cards are going to be at Toronto Comicon, I believe, for the first time. They usually go to Fan Expo. We always see them at Fan Expo and other events across Canada. I think this is the first time at Toronto Comicon.
Yep. As far as I know, this is going to be the first time that they're going to be at Toronto Comicon. I think, I don't want to assume, but I think it's also going to be the first time Kid comes down for Toronto Comicon.
It was first time at TCC. Yeah.
I believe it's his first time at TCC. So he's going to be there this weekend. We haven't seen Kid since last year at Fan Expo. Kid's another one of our brothers from a different mother.
Yeah, we love Kid.
Can't wait to see him. Can't wait to see the whole crew. I know we don't have cosplay cards. We're going to fix that this weekend. But if you don't have your cosplay card, make sure you drop by the Can Cosplay Card booth. Go check it out. Get your cards. They're only like $5.
Yeah. You get 10 cards.
Picture there on site if you want.
Or you can use the picture you already have. Yeah.
Or you can use a picture you already have.
Yep.
Hugely popular. Go check it out. Get some cards made. Trade them with your friends.
$5 for 10 cards.
$5.
Yeah.
Come on. Now, what can you get out there these days in this economy for $5?
Yeah.
Nothing. That's what you can get. In this economy?
Yeah.
It's terrible out there.
You can't even get like a $5 footlong no more, man. They ain't no $5 footlong. It's like a fucking $12 footlong now, man. Like this is exactly. What a deal.
Yeah, you just got me thinking of what grind my gears. I'm gonna write some of this.
Yes, I have so many segments, but we always run out of time, so I don't ever. Yeah. Yeah, no, fantastic, and yeah, I mean it's Kid, man. Like, go support him and what he's doing. Do me a favor though, when you pay your $5, stay in touch, because every time he does one of these big shows, and he gets all these people to sign up, and they even is it $10 now? Oh well, all right, my bad.
Oh well, I don't know. I mean,
$10. Shit, what are you talking about? Still cheaper than a full-long sub, but anyways, yeah, I go support. It's a fantastic thing, and yeah, it's nice having the cards to trade back and forth. I've got a few cards. I've handed a few out. So, and by the way, you don't have to just do it once. You can do it multiple times, multiple. Like multiple cosplays or whatever. Like I did Omni-Man. I could do Comedian. I could do Negan. I could do whatever. Right. So yeah, man.
And they're on like the 8th series or something now, I believe.
Yeah, he's been.
Yeah.
I think they may be on the 9, if I'm not mistaken. I think 8 is done. I could be wrong.
Who else? Or what else?
Wrong. What else? Well, we do have to talk about the auction that Chantel, our friend Miss Chantel, is running
through Can Cosplay Cards, by the way.
Yep, through Can Cosplay Cards.
Yep.
And it's auctioning off our friend Sam Comey Cosplay Q's cosplay items, which you've probably seen all across social media during this week. Jess, why don't you tell us about the details? Because I know she's, if you buy something or win something at an auction, you're able to pick it up this weekend.
Correct, at the Can Cosplay Card booth. Correct. So Chantel's the one running the auction. She's been posting on her page, on the Can Cosplay Card page. I've been reposting everything on the Geeks and Co page. All of Steven's cosplays are being auctioned. They've got like foam crafting supplies. There's all sorts of stuff that Steven had, and it's all going to charity. Yeah. I forget what the name of the charity is now off the top of my head, but it's a charity that Steven himself supported. It was a charity that was actually quite dear to his heart. So not only are you helping honor our friend Cosplay Q, but you're actually giving to a charity, right? So check it out. Go check out her Instagram. She's actually created, what do you call them on Instagram? They're not stories, but they're
highlights.
Highlights. Thank you. She's created highlights for the auction.
The items, yeah.
The items. And she constantly updates, right? So as something is pending, as something is sold, she posts it. So go check it out. Yeah, it's
lots of good stuff.
There's lots of good stuff.
Great intention.
I again, even if you're not going to wear it. It's not even about buying something to wear it, even if you're not. It doesn't matter, right? Just to be able to have a piece of history, a piece of our memories and our friend, and like I said, giving to charity.
And if you want, because like me, I'm not going to get any of his items. You can still just donate to the charity. You can either
100%.
donate it directly or you can donate it through Ms. Chantel. So if you're not interested or it's not going to fit or you don't want to have, I know I shouldn't say struggling, but I mean, it's tough for her because of course they were very, very close and she's seeing all these items that just reminds her of him constantly. And of course he was taken way, way, way too soon from us. So for some people that might be honor his memory, but it might be kind of sad to have like items from him to look at them and it's nice to reflect, but you know, we all deal with it differently, right? I guess.
Yeah.
So you can just donate as well. You don't have to buy something. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send her some money tomorrow. So yeah, man.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah. And if you want to see your geeks, well, we'll be there. Most of us will be there on Saturday.
Pretty easy to spot.
Yeah, we'll be pretty easy to spot. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to be there early so we can do a quick tour of the floor first thing in the morning. And then after that, it's going to be showtime.
And then we get the shoot at 1 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Then we get a photo shoot at 1 o'clock. Yeah.
So I think myself and James are going to try to scout out a location maybe on Friday.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
It's going to be close to, I told him we typically congregate sort of the bottom of the escalator thing in that area. So we'll try to find a spot that's very, very close to there that we can have,
you could even maybe check the parking lot.
That's what he's saying. He's like, I won't be able to set up like my lights and shit like right in the middle of the con, but if there's something just off to the side, like the parking lot, that might be an ideal place to shoot it. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I can't wait for everybody to see your new costume, bud.
Yeah, we're still working away. I had to make some modifications to the suit, change the color up a little bit. So hopefully that's going to work out well.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a work in progress, but we got it to a point now where.
Are you practicing your poses and your intimidation?
I was telling somebody about this before. YouTube been doing this for so long. You know exactly how to move in these things. I don't. And I know there's specific things that you guys do that you probably don't even think about anymore. When you're in them, you just get in that headspace. I'm super not there. I look awkward as shit. I'm going to keep looking awkward as shit for a while.
It'll take a bit.
That's what I mean.
You're right. Like there are times now where, you know, someone will say, can I take a photo of you guys? And we know, like, we do the side thing.
You know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's not even the posing. It's literally just the millions of little movements you guys, head tilts and everything else that's so spot on to the character that I haven't figured out yet. I'm just like, I'll just stand here and try to look cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, it's that's where the play comes in, right? I mean, I had so much fun. I love being in a costume where you can't see me. And then I can be that, you know, and then I can be that character. Yeah, Mike. This is for Myers. You can't see me. You know, because then you can actually be that character, right? I don't know how to explain it beyond that. Like when I put the helmet on, instantly,
I'm a predator.
I'm walking differently and I'm posing differently, and I'm, you know what I mean?
No, but you're posing like that character because you've become so. You've done it so many times for so many years.
Well, yes.
That's what I mean. I don't have any of that, so I'm going to have to figure it out. And so I'm going to look like the weird step kid.
I never once
just exaggerate it.
Posing like a predator, just so you know.
No, but it's super effective. Like you can tell no one's going to have a hard time figuring out which one I am. No one's going to have a hard time figuring this out.
Going to stand there holding your pole.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to be appropriate. We are at a con with kids. He can't be holding his pole.
Easy, I'm talking about
easy. Yeah, I'm going to be heading to London about 6 a.m. tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll get to downtown Toronto around 8:30. Get checked in, grab some breakfast, and
you can check in that early.
Hit the con floor. We know people. We'll get it figured out. Either way. And then these boobs will be coming on Saturday at some point, and I'll bring them up to the room, and we'll all three put the Predators on, and then go fuck some shit up, and then do our photo shoot, and then die. Basically, I will. At that point, I'm going to get out of my suit and probably put something else on. I don't know if you guys are going to try to continue on with the suits at that point, but that'll probably be going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what time you guys are planning on getting there. You said getting there early. I don't know what that means for you.
Like before it opens.
Okay.
I would like to have everything in the room, ready for us to jump into our suit before it even opens, because you can get your badge at 9.
Okay.
And the doors open at 10.
Correct.
So I would like to be able to, do all of that so that when it opens at 10, we can do a quick run around of the floor see what's what.
No,
out of the costume.
Out of the costume.
Yeah.
Right. And then get into the costumes. Right.
Okay.
So, but yeah, after like 2 or 3 hours in those, it gets tough.
Yeah.
And even though most of it is foam, I'm telling you, it's hard on your shoulders. It's hard on your back.
I don't doubt it.
You're walking on concrete, and it's
I can't wait.
Everybody knows we're all cosplayers, right? Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. Too funny.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm glad everybody's excited. I'm glad that everybody's looking forward to having a good time. I'm looking forward to seeing friends. That's what I'm doing. Spending time.
That's
me too. That's what it's about.
Right.
Yeah. It's being able to see everybody, all these guys in the chat that we never get to see in person, right? Or very rarely.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be awesome. I cannot wait.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, guys, if you're still watching and you've not clicked the like button, I'm going to ask again. Please click the like button.
How dare you?
It helps propagate this show through the YouTube sphere. If you're on Spotify, give us a rating, like Jeff was saying. It really, really helps us out. Click the notification bell here on YouTube. It'll always let you know every time we go live or upload a new video. I do, however, think that's going to be it for this week. Any final words? Nah, they never have a final word. Stay geeky, guys. We'll see you on Saturday. We'll see you on Saturday.
Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Geek Boutique Podcast. Like always, if you prefer to listen to us, you can find us on all major podcast platforms. Now, make sure you don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, to make sure you never miss an episode.